morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to a brand new week. Welcome back to Mount Runs. No, the Discord's for everybody. Discord's for everybody. Sponsors will have their name in gold, but it's for everybody. There should be an invite link in the description of... Is there an invite link in the description of the stream? No. That's unfortunate. Let me add one. Oh, no, there is. It's in the second line. We're good. It should be there. How are you guys doing today? What did I do with my glasses? Good morning. What happened to the hair? What do you mean what happened to it? It's right here. Good luck with the mouse. Thanks. It evolves between streams. It was this way on Friday, wasn't it? I've had like a week's worth of streams since I changed the color. I swear I have. Welcome to the first ever Mount Runs featuring an updated priest. I don't see any good reason why I can't do them on my new priest now. I mean, she's 110. She's, item level enough to clear, Malagos, hopefully. I think it's 890. She doesn't have any legendaries yet, and I'm kind of thinking about, I know it's not like a Mount Run thing, but I'm kind of thinking about just, like, doing a world boss or two real quick, because it is Tuesday, and I really want a legendary. And I feel like I'm owed one by now, I've done a couple of days worth of emissaries. I've done, like some world bosses and some I've done some stuff that should have maybe kind of sort of started to think about give me one. Give Lego, please. Hi, Hazel. How are you? Hi, Rebecca. I'm doing quite well. I'm glad to be back. I'm hoping that my kitty will sit down somewhere that she can be cameraed because, fish cam's good, but fish cam's kind of like our second choice. Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Hi. So, I don't see why I can't. Oh, you know why I can't, actually? I don't have a holy weapon. I've actually not done the, I guess it's probably not going to make a difference. We'll see. But when I go holy, I don't have a weapon. If I just don't, I know this won't work, but will the item level still, will the stats still happen? All I want to do is run around in Holy Nova stuff until they give me my Shadow Seer, or Mind Seer back. Oh, man. Alonzo's Foul just keeps sitting in my class hall being like, yeah, you want to go get another legendary? I'm like, no. I'm good. This is the one that I need. So, we'll start in Stormwind, grab some Bear Tartar, and see what happens. I suppose I could always just buy... Oh, you know what I could get, actually? You know what I could get before we go? There is a vendor staff that you can buy just for this particular... Oh, kitty. Just for this particular, scenario. Your guild recently moved into Moonguard. You have 8 gnomes now. What do you recommend for leveling them? Gnomes level the same as anybody else. I did a video recently talking about leveling after the new squish. It's got some tips about, what kind of zones to pick. I believe it's called... let's see... 10 leveling tips for fast XP in a post-735 zone scaling World of Warcraft something more keywords. But I did make assemble some tips for that. So what I'm looking for is there should be a lady. Hi. Add-on that I use for the order hall. Garrison Mission Manager to manage the missions. Everything else I think is default. I don't think I really have anything else really going on here. Is it this lady? Hello, would you sell me a... Thank you. 740 staff, that will do. It's not great, but it'll do. Okay, so we're gonna head back to Stormwind. It's a little... Maybe I don't need the heat on here. Maybe I'm just good. I'm still wearing my variety of layers from this morning's walk, because it's pretty cold outside still, so I'm going out in, leggings and then pants, and I find that the double layer really helps insulate you against the world. But I'm starting to think that maybe it was a little bit too much for in here. Oh, your friend's Pally took out the whole order, player and NPC. I don't understand. Please tell me I haven't missed most of this. No, we haven't even started yet. We're going to start I'm going to start right here, buy some Bear Tartar. We're going to start in Oldham and do Throne of the Four Winds for a chance at the Drake of the South Wind. I'm going to go ahead and say South. I'm not convinced that I'm right, but every time we do one of these streams, I look it up. Eventually, I'm going to know what I'm talking about. Your Void Elf is 96 now. It's amazing how much experience treasures give. So excited to cap. Yeah. Once you get into that kind of Pandaria Draenor treasures loop, especially Draenor treasures, if you can fly, It's so good. It's such a refreshing change from what they have you do in 60 to 80. Just took you 3 days to complete Foul Claw, Elemental. Yeah, Elemental. Some of the Foul Claw is the worst. Foul Claw is the worst boss outside of Macquarie. The Macquarie ones are really gross, but outside of that, I think Foul Claw was the worst one. Okay, so Oldham is over here. I put these headphones on. They're not doing anything. Do I have game sound on? As a fellow pet collector, can you tell me if raid pets drop vary during one lockout, or you can only farm the same pet in one lockout? I think it's one lockout per character, because that's all you can get loot on, right? Like if you run, I think all raids. Well, now I'm second guessing myself. It's a hard question for first thing in the morning, but I was under the impression that raids are, one lockout per character. So you could take multiple characters through the raid and then try it that way, but I don't think that you can run like ICC on 10 and then 25 men. I can't think of any raids that drop pets. That maybe Naxxramas. Can you do that in Naxxramas? I know they've changed the way that the lockout system works. I don't know how that affects pet collecting. You just got exalted with the Argusian Rage. Now you have to decide what class to make for Void Elf. Shadow Priest, always good. You know, you get to double up on the Void. Warlock is another strong one. Oh, what headset to use? This is there's no microphone in this. It's not a gaming headset. It's just a wireless sound headset because I have my microphone already set up here, and having two would have been kind of silly. But this is a Bose SoundLink 2. I really like them because I can connect multiple devices to them, so I can have them connected to my PC and I'm editing, and then I can have like my phone, if my phone rings, it'll come through my headphones. I don't have to choose one thing to have them connected to. They can do two at once. Hazel, you've inspired me to do my own Tuesday morning mat runs, although nothing ever drops for me either. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the life. Eventually something will happen. It's just probability. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to happen, but eventually something's probably going to happen. But honestly, I'm mostly here to drink tea and talk to you guys, and I have not drank nearly enough tea just yet. You can't run old raids and they share the same lockout. Yeah, that's what I thought. After 96 runs, I finally got Clutch of G-Kun today. Grats! That's a good one. That's, man. Pandaria raids terrify me. Like, I didn't raid in Pandaria. I don't know why I didn't raid in Pandaria. I raided in Cataclysm, and then I raided in Warlords, but for whatever reason, I didn't have a guild in Pandaria, and I didn't really try to find one. I just kind of, like, leveled a bajillion characters. Did pet battles and started a YouTube channel. That's all I did. I didn't raid or PvP in Pandaria, and from the sounds of it, I really missed out on both of them. Alright, so we're gonna set this to Heroic 25 just in case it's important. I think it might be. I don't really remember. It isn't good. Oh, you got qualified for the 350 math achievement recently. Shame it's not out. Oh, are they adding one? Are they adding a 350 one? Because I haven't seen it, but I've missed a lot of stuff. You got Clutch of G-Kun your first run the other day. Hello from the UK. Hello. Love your stuff. Greetings from South Africa. Welcome to the stream. I'm trying to... I damage buttons. My keybinds are a little bit different than they are on my other priests. I'm not entirely clear on what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, so I have to hit people a couple times. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is a slow cast. Oh dear. I didn't think this through. Okay, so that's fine. We're fine. Are they all gonna do that to me? I've never actually had to think about mechanics in this raid, and now I'm second guessing myself. You finally got your first Death Knight to max. Nice. My favorite thing about my Death Knight is that his class order hall has that perk, and some other classes have this too, I believe Paladin, where you can, once a day or so, auto-complete a world quest with this consumable item that you can get work orders for. You get like the big frost dragon, and you can send to go auto-complete a world quest every day. And that is the only thing that is letting me get that achievement, or helping me work towards the achievement, to do the Dark Brawl Arena 20 times. It's the last one that I need for the mount that you get, and I just can't be bothered to fly into that gosh darn cave whenever it's up. And also, it's up at really weird times. I'm never really playing WoW when that one's up. It's always like kind of late at night. So I've never remembered to actually get it. Alright. Oh, I'm going to be getting achievements for this whole time too, huh? I even, I guess I should loot just to vendor this stuff. It's worth like, what, 30 gold? It's important. Simple armor mount planner doesn't include Pandarian up, just user error. I think it might be lacking some things. I don't know if it's been updated. Which is, I think it includes, I actually don't know. I think maybe it does cap out a kata. Which, if it does, if that's the case, then I'm gonna need to find a new way to plan my mount runs. I think all the things will help me do that. It's just, I really liked the route planner that Simple Armory does. I like having it tell me to go here, and then port here, and then set your Hearthstone to here, and then kill this boss, because it really simplifies the travel aspect of it. Also, Alakir is kind of winning. Buddy. Buddy, you gotta let me win. That's how this works. I have more levels than you. Actually, I don't know if I do. He's got the question mark levels. Nice to meet y'all. Your 3 and 7-year-old daughters get 30 minutes of screen time before bed to... Oh, and they request you... Well, shout out to you girls if you find this later. It's morning for me right now. Did we get anything? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's okay. We're heading to Winter Grasp? I think that's how I do this. I've been doing this the same way for like every week for over a month now, and I still can't remember where I'm going. Finally managed to catch a stream. Welcome to the stream. You play WoW with your husband? Does your husband play with you? No. He used to for a while. We used to raid in the same guild. Our guild is like mutual friends of ours, but he doesn't play WoW anymore. So let's go back to Dalaran here. 2 half comments, hit enter too soon. I do that all the time. I'm one of those people that when I'm chatting on Discord or like in Twitch chat or in a stream chat of some sort, I can't just like condense my message to one message. I'm the one pressing enter like after every 6 or 7 words, and you have to like wait for me to finish spitting it whatever it was I was gonna say, and then people will like start reading them, and then there's more. It's very inefficient of me. Something that I should mention while I'm here and on Tuesday morning. So I'm here today, obviously, because I'm here. Hello. But next Tuesday, April 3rd, I'm not going to be here. No Tuesday stream next week. We'll be back after that, but no Tuesday stream. And I'm not allowed to tell you why. I think I will eventually be allowed to tell you why, but right now, I'm not allowed to tell you why. And to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it myself, but I can tell you I'm not going to be home. So I can't stream next week. What mounts are you after today? We're trying for Drake of the Southwind, which we've already failed. And now we're going to look for the Black War Mans from Vault of Archivon. And then we're going to check Malagos to see if we can get a blue Drake. And then we go to Tempest Keep to try and get Ashes of Alar. And then after that, we usually swing by Zul'Gurub to try and get... Looking for my cat. No, not the Panther. The Raptor. I have the Panther already. Man. Well, this seems to be going okay. I'm really glad that I didn't break anything on my stream. Because, so, background a little bit. I spend a lot of my life editing videos, and my video editing performance was kind of not great. My computer's alright. It was great 5 years ago. And it's been kind of frank and updated over time. It's perfectly functional. It's a little bit slow. But editing was like really grinding down and like hanging up, and I couldn't preview anything at more than a quarter resolution, and I was having to like pre-render constantly. It was just bad. And I realized that I've been kind of dumb, and I don't really have, like I had an SSD with my operating system and my programs, like my WoW and my Premiere and whatever, and that was pretty much full. And then I had a big HDD for everything else. So like all of my OBS recordings, all of my video archives, all of programs that I don't need in my SSD, all of that went on the other drive, and that was it. So whenever I was editing, all of my media and my media cache and whatnot was on this big hard disk drive, like not a solid state drive. So that was kind of slowing me down. You really want to have, if at all possible, you want to have your media on a solid state drive. So I finally order one, and it gets here right before I leave for the weekend. It gets here, and I install it when I get back. And it was like, I don't understand how it was so difficult to install an SSD. You know, you connect the SATA power, you connect the SATA cable, you should be good, you know, assign a letter format, fine. But I think basically the long story short is that I eventually got the new SSD installed. It took me all of Sunday night and a good chunk of Monday morning. And I'm not 100% clear why the SSD is still working, because I'm pretty sure I broke the port on it, but I guess it's connected because I can see it, so I'm just not going to touch it. And my old HDD either died or it's just very confused. I can't figure out why it doesn't like me anymore. It was working intermittently for a while, like it would appear and then not appear without me touching anything, and now it's just gone. So I think it might have just died. It was kind of old anyways. I did back it up. I did make a disk image when it started to look a little bit sketchy, but I won't get any drive to, like, fully restore that from. But anyways, basically, I lost a whole bunch of stuff. I lost everything that I was working on for Monday, which is why I didn't get anything out yesterday. I did redo it all yesterday, but it's not going to be out until today. And I lost just, like, a bunch of really weird random stuff. Like, some stuff is fine, and then some of the folders that I copied over are just empty. And I'm just assuming that a bunch of things are just going to be gone into the ether. I didn't lose anything super important, but just, like, weird things like my stream overlay, I'm glad they're still here, because I was pretty sure I had those in my E drive, so I don't really know what's going on. And that was, and that was my boring hard drive story. Thank you for listening. It was very stressful. Was it just adding some of your dye to your conditioner? That would be a good way, I bet that would be really good to keep it vibrant without fading. I think I'm probably not going to do that, though, just because, my dye, like most dye, stains, and my hair will stain when it's wet for, like, a bunch of washes after it's been dyed, and it's really frustrating. Like, I'll have a bubble bath, and I'll get out of the, like, relaxing bubble bath, and I'll have to immediately pull out, like, the straight bleach to clean, the part of the tub where my hair was touching, because it's purple now, and bleach does take it out, but it's not a very relaxing thing to have to use. I don't like cleaning with it very often, so, but that's definitely probably a pretty good tip. Hype for classic WoW? Personally, no. I'm glad that other people will get what they're looking for there, but it's not something I've ever been interested in or wanted to play. Let's see. Mount Planner, the one that has Tesla, gives the Mount Planner broken into regions, goes up to wide. I see. You're thinking of going any other colors at a later date? I want to do eventually, maybe. We'll see. I'm good with purple for a while, like probably for at least like BFA. But if I ever, and I don't know when I'm ever going to do this, I've been saying this for years, but if I ever, like, get properly back into PvP, I would really like to have Druid Forest green hair. Like, I want to basically roleplay my Resto Druid with the dark, sort of tealy green hair. I really like that. I used to have hair that color, and I think it looked okay. But, I would want to do that if I was playing that character more often, and until I get back into PvP, if I ever do that. There's really no point. I'm more of a void elf right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, Dylan. How are you doing? You're happy you got both Warglaives in your first 2 runs of Black Temple? Nice. It's always nice to get the stuff from the end of the raid, like when you get, not that I have, but when you finally get, like, Invincible off of Lich King, or, like, that piece of transmog from the last boss, because it means that every time that you run it after that, you don't have to do the whole thing anymore. Also, we are 2 of 4 down, and we have no mammoth yet. Is it weird that I haven't gotten the mammoth yet? Like, I was under the impression that this map wasn't particularly rare, and that if I ran it every week, it should just kind of happen soon, you know? It took you 3 tries to get Ashes of Alara, and then 2 years to get Invincible. It evens out, although, I feel like I would probably swap those if I had a choice, because as bad as the RP in Tempest Keep is, at least there's less bosses to get through. I mean, the Invincible, you can do the lockout swapping thing, but it's kind of annoying. I want to live in your fish tank. It's a pretty sweet fish tank. I replaced his heater, and it is now holding the correct temperature. I think, and it was suggested to me before, that the old one might have been running a little cold because it was plugged into a power bar, but it kind of has to be plugged into a power bar. There's no outlet anywhere close to there, and there's nowhere else I can really put the fish tank. So what I did was I got it one that I can actually set the temperature on, and then the temperature's just set like 2 degrees higher to compensate, and it seems to be holding at like a perfect 78, so I'm just not going to touch it. Seems good, keeping an eye on it, but I'm pretty happy with that. And he's got a little moss ball, his 2 plants, and he seems like a very happy fish. He made, actually, a sweet bubble nest. He's been mostly just, like, putting bubbles all over the place, but last Friday, I think it was definitely last Friday, because he was doing it on stream. Like, I had the camera on him on stream last Friday, and nobody could see him because he was just, like, in the very back corner behind his treehouse. But in the morning, I have a picture of it, but it's, like, on my phone. I don't know how to get it in chat, like, really quickly. But it's basically just a bunch of bubbles in the corner of the tank. But he did it. It didn't last very long. I remember going to bed that night, and I was going to bed, actually, after my husband for once, because I'd stayed up late playing Overwatch, and I, like, wrote him a note. I was like, yo, check out the sweet bubble nest that Fleta made when you get up in the morning. You said it wasn't there anymore, so it's a good thing I took a picture. Yeah, seems to be doing good. You're getting your first PC in the next month or two. That's exciting. That's exciting. It's amazing how much smoother everything feels once you finally have what you need. And most people don't really need as much as like anything super crazy insane, but once you just get yourself on like a reasonable processor, you get an SSD, you get enough RAM to live your life. It's awesome. So I want to go ahead and say we didn't get a mammoth. I feel like I would have noticed. Like, it would have popped up in guild chat, right? I guess there's a lot of stuff popping up in guild chat for me right now because I've never done any of this. I'm getting lots of achievements on this character. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that we didn't get a mammoth. Let's head over to Malagos and see what we can do about a blue drake. You finally got your Crimson Blister Mom out. Took you like 15 tries. Let's see. Hey, Hazel, how are you doing? Hello, Benjamin. I am doing really, really well. Purple suits you. Oh, thanks. What colors have you had? Well, recently, just purple. We had a bit of a darker purple the first time we did it, and then I've done it to this kind of more violet pinky purple more recently. And then for like the 8 or so years before that, I just had my natural brown hair. But as a teenager, in high school, ages and ages ago, I did not my whole head, but like my bangs and some streaks. I had them pink for a while, and then I had them green for a while. So I guess those are the only colors I've ever really tried. But in my defense, I like them. I think blue could be a possibility too, but I feel like blue might make me look a little bit dead. You never really want to look like something that's crawled out of a pond in Northrend, and I'm a little bit afraid that blue might do that to me. You didn't eat your tartar. Oh, true. True, I bought it. Did I get it from the mail? I did. Okay, here it is. I'll, you know, I won't need that until, like, Tempest Keep, so I'll just try and remember to put it on then. Just throw it in a bar, though. Oh, man. I've been, obviously my ad level is a little bit lower on this character because this is my proper spec, but I've been trying real hard to get enough gear, you know? I don't need a crazy amount of gear. I just need enough gear that if I'm fishing for my underlight angler and some crocodile tries to pick a fight, that I'm not going to be stressed out about it. And I think I'm fine, but I would like more. It's rough going from, like, a character that you've rated on all expansion that's got, like, all the trinkets fully upgraded and your tier and whatever, to having, like, none of it, like, no legendaries. Ultivar, come on, Mammoth dropped 2 times. You lost by 1 roll in each time. It took another 175 times before you saw it again. Oh, man. Maybe I'm not that unlucky then. Do you think that crabs think fish can fly? Probably. I mean, crabs can float along a little bit, can't they? Just kind of like chickens can, like, can a crab swim in the same manner that a chicken can? Actually, no, chickens can fly pretty well. Chickens can fly surprisingly well. I have seen chickens get up in some trees that they had no right getting up into. Flood is looking good. His colors are super vibrant. Glad you got his temp regulated. Yeah, I thought that he was active before, but I feel like he seems happier now. I don't know, but I feel like it. Although he had a second water change, and he is still not in the slightest afraid of the siphon. He will not swim away from it. You really have to siphon around that fish. It's a pretty little one, so it's not gonna like get its fins or anything like that. And it's got like a little thing on it. Kind of like what Pepper Shaker comes out of. My words aren't on, but he's not going to get sucked up into it anyways. He's fine. Thank you for creating wonderful content. You've inspired me to start an environmental education blog. Thanks. And good luck with that and have fun. Making content is just really fun. Like, whether it's like a vlog or videos or a blog or a website or like an app or something, just having that amount of creative control over something and being able to kind of do whatever you want. And then if you want to do something you don't know how to do it, then you have like a perfect excuse to learn how to do the thing. It's, I really like that aspect of it. I'm trying to catch up in chat without skipping too many people. I wish the fish can become a shadow priest. Oh, man. I'm thinking about actually getting like a back drop for his tank, because right now you can just kind of see the wall through his tank, so I don't think it would be really bad to have something on the back of his glass. They sell like ocean scenes, but it's like really expensive for what's basically a piece of vinyl that goes in the back of your fish tank, and I could probably just like tape a piece of paper up there if I like had a print that I really wanted. So I'm thinking either something Soul Dynasty because Fleta, or I had another idea and I've forgotten it now. Hazel, what mounts are you going for today? Right now we're heading to Malagos to try for a blue drake, although I think I'm flying kind of the long way. I feel like I took a detour to Delaware that I really didn't need to do. What would be a good tower for running Ultra and WoW? If I have a graphics card that's able to do it, but I need a processor for it not to be laggy in Ultra. You're going to need a pretty good processor and a pretty good graphics card. WoW is one of the more CPU-intensive games, but I would say that they're both fairly important. Having said that, there is a wider range of processors that are very capable than there are graphics cards. So it really depends on what specifically you have. But I would say anything that's quad-core, like a quad-core i5 or even better quad-core i7. I'm not really familiar with the AMD equivalent, but basically, if you've got 4 cores that are hyper-threaded, so, you know, like 8 virtual cores, and they're all running like 3-ish gigahertz that can turbo boost up to 4 something, you're fine. Like, that's enough. It's not going to be... More isn't going to really super benefit you. For all the crazy settings, your graphics card is really fairly important. But you also don't need, like, any, like, Titans or anything crazy. I'm running on a 1070, and I'm recording and streaming and playing on it. It seems really good. Which is good, because I can't afford to get a new one. That's the other thing, actually. When I was messing with my hard drives trying to install my new one, my SATA ports are completely covered by my graphics card, so I kept having to unseat my graphics card, like take it out and then reseat it to test things until I eventually got smart and plugged my monitor into my motherboard just while I was testing it. But I just like pulling my graphics card, I just like put it on my desk, like, please don't die. Please, I can't buy another one. Nobody wants to sell them right now. They're kind of all gone in the world, and nobody knows when they're gonna start making more of them. Blue always makes my roots go black, and it's a half-qualified hairdresser. I can't explain why that would happen. You lost a Mim's head roll once to a druid doing a fun run after his raid mop. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I've never seen... Like, now, like, they've changed the way it works now. So, like, now mounts that drop in raids, aside from... I don't know how, like, the mythic guaranteed one works, but, like, Antoran Charhound, for example, the mount that drops off of hounds, and, like, the Sassy mount, which I still didn't get, or whatever. It's all personal loot. Like, you're never going to be able to say in new content that you lost a roll. And then whenever I'm doing old content, I don't invite people. I never, ever go with anybody else. Obviously, that's not going to be super feasible. Like, for maybe Warlords content, it's a little harder to solo, but... Man. That's rough. Just to see it happen and then have somebody else grab it. Especially, like, the worst is when somebody wins it, and you know they don't really play WoW. Like, they're just back for a week. They're going to be gone until 2 expansions later. Like, they're never going to use it. Although, it's not like I can say I would ever use them. After a certain amount of mounts, it becomes hard to use all of them. Crabs just kind of throw themselves into the current and drift around. Some crabs can swim really well. I mean, that sounds kind of fun. I've made a Void Elf Mage. Oh, I scrolled and I lost it. I'll find it. I've made a Void Elf Mage, and now I wish I'd made a Shadow Priest, but I love the name I've chosen from a mage, and it's taken on my connecting servers. Do I delete the mage and re-roll it? I bet you can come up with another name. I bet you can come up with, like, another similar name that you like just as much. You shouldn't need to delete your mage. You might want it. I really want to play WoW. Any tips for a new player? 12 years too late. Tips for a new player, I'm sure there's lots of them. It's kind of like WoW is a really big thing. I think my number one tip is just to kind of get familiar with where all of your resources are. So, like, if there's something you don't know, figure out where you're going to look to figure out what the thing is. So if it's class questions, it probably means finding your class Discord and just having that handy so that you have, like, a resource. Or, like, a class guide website, like How To Priest, for example, for priests. If it's, like, quest, like, if you're stuck in a quest, or you want to know about, like, an items drop rate, then Wowhead is a really good place to look. And if you're looking for news, MMO Champion is, like, your news spot. If you're looking for cool WoW videos with pet battle strategies, I know a YouTube channel that I can point you to. But, basically, I think that's the number one thing if you're new, is just figure out where you're going to figure everything out from. I think everything else you'll kind of get organically after that. You don't need to be in a rush. You can kind of just do things that sound fun to you, and then things will kind of happen as they go. I'm just saying a bunch of words that aren't words, but basically, just figure out where you're going to look stuff up from. Ever thought of getting a desktop jellyfish aquarium? I set one up for my wedding reception. It was so cool. I have never heard of that. A jellyfish aquarium. I feel like I'm probably good with the one aquarium. I feel like any more aquariums would give me a little bit of aquarium anxiety that I'm somehow not providing for my fish. I feel like this fish is the correct level of difficulty for me. Are they tough to keep? What do you feed them? The name will still be unavailable for like 90 days. You could put a special character in it. Hi, Hazel. Hello. Advice for new players: stay out of trade chat. Man, I mean, it's a trade chat's a personal decision. I think. Like, there's a lot of great community and very specifically WoW-ness, a lot of WoW culture that happens in trade chat and general chat. But I will say that the first thing I do on any new character is leave all public chat channels, all of them, and I never go back. There are better, like, you're never gonna need them for like actually trading something. Maybe you could use it, but there's always a better way to do it. It's all right, man. There's only so many times you can hear a Thunder Fury joke before it's just not funny anymore. Oh, look at all those achievements. All right, cross some fingers. Oh, Katie, cross some fingers. Oh, she did it. Is that the right one? Is that the one that I need? Oh, that's the right one. Good job, Kitty. Good job. Whoa. Look at this lucky cat. Oh no, I upset her. I'm sorry. Yo, do you want to sleep in your bed? It's over there. I put your bed on the couch. Whoa. Wow, we haven't had a mount drop in ages. That's so exciting. Catch up. Congrats. Aw, thanks. Some funny stuff that can happen randomly in chat. They give you food packets. I see. All right, so we got to get on that. Like, we got to fly that thing around. Maybe I just needed to bring my Void Elf through. One thing I'm actually kind of wondering about, as far as like mounts and mount drop rates, and I don't know if there's any way to really know for sure, but I have a suspicion that the Paragon rep cash mounts get significantly low. Like, I feel like you have a higher drop rate for getting your first couple, and then it kind of, like, after your first 2 Paragon rep cash mounts, it kind of drops off a cliff. And because I only need 1 left, I'm wondering if you're doing it on a new character, like if trying for the Valahar Stormdrake on a new character is going to give me a better chance, or if it's like, it's basically a conspiracy theory of mine that there's that drop off in RNG at all. I could be just really unlucky. So there's no way of knowing. Oh man, I match. Look, I look just like that guy. Okay, well, not exactly like that guy. I look largely like that guy. Oh man. I didn't expect to like this Drake this much, actually. It's kind of like, it's just one of the Northern Drakes. It's like a very plain one, but it's blue. It's blue. It kind of goes in my gear. Get flooded to lose the next boss then? Yeah. Hazel's up, Adam. For the Void. Oh, man. All right, that looks good. Where are we going next? I feel like I've used up all my luck for the day. Tempest Keep, I guess. I should go Stormwind, yeah. I should vendor some stuff, though. This character's bags cannot get to the same state that I have left my poor Shadow Priest, like my other Shadow Priest bags in. I play this character. I can't live like that. It's too messy. Been doing that for 2 weeks and it never dropped. I thought it was 100% drop because I got the blue and Azure in my first and only run. No, that is some luck. That is some luck. They're definitely not 100% drop. Do I have auto vendor set up here? It should be selling all of that. Check my auto vendor settings really quick. Auto vendor. Man, I really love those druid like that this guy's got, like the bugged wings. I don't think I have those. I should try and farm those sometime. Auto vendor. Sell low level soulbound items. That's the one that I want. Anything below item level, let's say 750. Sounds right. I can't sell unusable soulbound gear because that prevents me from disenchanting stuff. There we go. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can actually sell the stuff I'm trying to sell here. No? Darn it, I wonder why that's not working. I'll try and troubleshoot this later when I'm actually, like, awake. Troubleshooting when I'm not fully awake is never a good idea. I was actually up quite late last night. I told myself that I was going to stick to my new schedule of, like, going to bed at 10 and then getting up at 7. And I'm still getting up at 7. I did not make it to bed by 10 last night. I really wanted to finish editing the video that's coming out at noon today just because I really wanted to just have a fresh start today. Okay. You have a question? E-Man, I have a feeling I know what question you're going to ask. Glasses are supposed to lessen the blue you see. That helps reduce eye strain. Oh, the gaming glasses? Mm-hmm. I couldn't really tell you if they work, but I feel like they do. I get very uncomfortable when I don't wear them, but that could be just me being really used to wearing them. Big fan of you and tea. Was wondering where you get your tea from. I get my tea from a variety of places depending on what type of tea it is. The two places that I buy the most tea from, if I'm looking for like an authentic Chinese pu'er black or green tea, I get all of those from Yunnan Sourcing. Those ship straight out of China. And then if I'm just looking for something more casual, something flavored, something that ships domestically, Harney.com has tea. They're not like as amazing, but they're pretty good. And as long as you don't spend more than $10 for a tin, you're gonna get pretty good value out of whatever you get. Like, that's a good place to just get a good drinkable type of tea. They have a really good selection. So I am heading to Tepeski. Let me scroll up a little bit. It reset the item level setting. You put in 750 instead of 75. Well, that's yeah, I know. It's supposed to. Did I? Hang on, auto vendor. I want it to. I wanted to automatically sell. Oh, okay. Below anything that is below item level 750, I want it to sell that. Is there another? Is there? Oh, I think I missed an enter key. Did I vendor it already? Can I try it again? Did I miss anything? I might have. I'll just try it again after Tempest Key. Whoopsie daisies. Gonna go farm Ashes of Valar. Should I also go for Invincible? Of course. Now you can say that you got the Malagos mount on your first kill. I don't know if I can say. Oh no, I can see that because I've never run it before on this character. That's true. Any mounts that we get today are technically on my first kill on my new level Void Elf, on my new Void Elf Priest. Hazel, can you start Antorus? I probably could. I am item level, when I'm in my Shadow Spec, I'm 890, so I could queue for LFR. I probably won't, though. Hellfire. There we go. All the hair. Thanks. Greetings from Mexico. Good luck on getting them mounts. Thanks. Let's see. Should be a surprising question. Why do you know what I wanted to ask? I mean, you've become a. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's something different, but you've become a little bit predictable. Your character window and your target window are not symmetrically the same height. It burns my eyes. My character window and my target window. Like when there's nobody to target here. My character. Oh, these things. They're not the same height. That's probably true. I kind of just sort of put things in places that look about right. I don't think I have them aligned very well. Sup, Norma? How are you doing? Hazel, I'm making a gnome priest because of you. Well, I hope you don't feel abandoned that I'm now playing a void elf, but gnome is always a good choice. Gnome priest in particular. The haste is really nice, and you look super cute in the tier. Back from shops with beer. Have you gotten anything? Yeah, I did. You missed the first mount drop in like a month, man. We got a. Why am I not riding it? What am I doing? We got the blue drake from Malagos. I don't have to go back to Malagos anymore. I now officially have both. Oh, I did put it on my bar. I have both Malagos drakes now. So what am I actually missing for Awake the Drakes then? Or is that what it's called? Collections. Mounts. Drakes. Awake the Drakes. Okay, so I only need the Blazing Drake. So now that we no longer need to do Malagos, I think I need to fit in, and I'm gonna have to save myself a lockout and like actually swap it around, otherwise it's not gonna work. But I think we should start doing Deathwing again, because that'll be exciting. Like I only need one more now. Like when I still needed two, that's kind of like an oh sure I'll get it someday. But I only need one more for Wake the Drakes now. That's so close. Do you like going to cons? I don't really know. I have the only conventions that I've ever been to. I was 14 years old and I went to anime conventions as a 13, 14-year-old child, and I haven't been to anything since. So back then, they were a blast. You go with your friends. You would cosplay. You would meet new people. There was lots of we didn't call them memes back then, but there was just lots of memeing and hugging people you didn't know and like weird music and taking pictures. It was really fun. So I bet it'll be fun, but I'll find out at BlizzCon. Do you like Gravity Falls? I don't know what Gravity Falls is. Um, I don't know. This is the best birthday present ever. Yes, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Slash applaud for no more Malagoose. Swift White dropped for someone in time walking, and they had it, so they gave it to me. Oh, that's the happy ending to the drop for somebody else. There's the story that you need. Reads comments, pays attention to your viewers. Best wishes for your future. Aw, thanks. I will say, though, that over on Twitch, if you're into PvP streams and just, like, lots of memes, Savix also responds to almost every comment, and he gets a lot of them. He gets very behind in chat. We like to make fun of him for it, but he's very good at keeping up with chat. I'm currently in Dragon Soul. What does that mean? Maybe it means that the luck gods are about to be with you. You watching anime? Not anymore. Not anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but my anime phase was very solidly between the ages of, like, 11 and 16. And I think right around 16, when I got into WoW, I got out of anime. Not that I'm any cooler now. These days, I listen to a ton of K-pop and watch K-dramas, and it's not exactly any cooler. But, you know, you like what you like. Call them what they were, glomps, embrace the interweave. They were, in fact, glomps. And honestly, glomps were kind of dangerous. Like, the people that you don't know running up to them and tackling them, I don't know if that would fly these days. Like, if somebody did that to me at a convention, I don't know somebody, and they run up to you and jump on you, that's scary. What if you're holding something sharp, you know? I don't think anybody got seriously hurt. I feel like a couple of knees got bruised. It's amazing mystery supernatural cartoon series. It takes place in Oregon. Oh, okay. It's on my watch list. K-pop. How did a cat respond to the fish? Kitty was curious. She wanted to know what I was doing, spending so much time in that side of the room. And then she did see the fish, and she kind of was interested in it, but I think she knows that she can't get up on that table, and she's been gently discouraged. Like, basically, if she's paying too much attention to the fish, I just pick up the cat and I put her, like, in another room. You do that twice and she kind of gets it, so she's fine, I think. I still close the door when I'm not in here so that the cat's not in here either, but they seem to be pretty good. She seems to ignore it now. Hey, Hazel, hope you're doing well. Thanks, Ken. Oh, I'm gonna eat my bear tartare. I hope you're doing well, too. I got my birthday present. Join the Legends. I will be back someday, as Legends do. Alright, well, we'll be here one day. Not going anywhere. I need you to watch it. I'm 32. I love listening to K-pop and watching my K-dramas. Alright, thank you. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, man. I will admit that I can't quite keep up with all of the stuff that goes along with K-pop. Like, I don't have time to watch the video lives. I don't always know all of the names of everybody in the groups. But, you know, it's some catchy tunes. I've been playing the new Monster X album, actually. New to the channel. Hope you're having fun. Thanks. Girls' Generation. Oh, man. That's some pretty good stuff. That was a little bit... I got into K-pop, like... 2015, 2016, I would say, like 2 years ago or so. It's been about 2 years. I thought it was a phase, but it's been a very long phase so far. And it was a little bit after. It was like right around when EXO started getting popular. It was right around when Growl came out. I remember that video came out, and I was like, man, this is amazing. Why don't more people watch this? And then I guess they found it. Because EXO's a really big deal now. But that was about it. My birthday present was 5 inches of snow and a bad case of the flu. Turning 50 sucked. That does suck. You should do it again. I mean, not turn 50 again, but like when you're recovered and when the snow's gone and, you know, you have a bit of time to just set aside for yourself, you should just celebrate properly. You know, 50 is a big deal. Don't let it pass you by. Just, you know, do something nice for yourself. Go out to dinner. Whatever it is that you like to do for yourself. I can only think of things that I like to do for myself, which is basically just like a lot of bubbles in the bubble bath. I also did Ashes of Flower a few minutes ago. I'm about to buy Chronicles. Have you read it? And if so, do you think it's worth the buy? I have not read it, so I can't tell you. I can't advise you, unfortunately. What's your favorite K-pop group? That's hard. I am very multi-fan. I follow a lot of people. Lately, God, that's really hard. I would say Blackpink, but they haven't made music in 10 years, so. Probably NCT. I really like the NCT music and the choreography. You start with BTS thanks to a friend. I always kind of scoffed at K-pop, but a friend got me really into BTS last year. I love historical K-dramas, watch so many of them. I need to try some historical K-dramas. I've seen a couple of historical Chinese dramas that I really liked. Like, I feel like that's where Chinese dramas really excel is they have the most beautiful like cinematography, and like the costume design is just gorgeous. But I haven't watched any historical K-dramas. I think there's a couple on Netflix that I've got on my list. I haven't had a lot of time to watch stuff lately. Did anything drop for you today? Yeah, we got the Blue Drake. We got the Blue Drake from Malagos. I don't have to go back and do... Oh, I wasn't fast enough. I don't have to go back and do Malagos anymore. Technically, because this is the first time, as it's been pointed out to me, this is the first time I've done mount runs on my Void Elf. I technically got it on my first try. Yeah, I mean, we may have done it 100 or so times on other characters, but it's my first time on this character. Good luck, and may you get all the mounts. Thanks, Jay. Jumbo's babe. From Malagos, Blackpink hasn't come out with an actual physical album. It sucks and it's so weird. Yeah, I have, like many people, some concerns about the way that YG manages his stuff, but I guess it's making money, so whatever. I just want them to make music. I just want to see Lisa dance more. I love Yule, daughter of Jade. Did I think I got that. I feel like we ground out the last we ground out the last time walking badges on stream for that one. I feel like that's the best Cloud Serpent. Like, I really like Cloud Serpents. I don't ride them very often because it makes me kind of motion sick. But of the Cloud Serpents, that's got to be the best one, I think. Oh, I'm supposed to put on the thing. We're not going to forget this time. I'm going to put on the thing. And then I'm going to use the buff. Hey, did it. I remembered. You should check out Q-Pop, Kazakhstan. I have not heard of that. Give me an example. Give me a name of, like, a really good Q-Pop group. And I will make a note of it. I guess on my phone because I don't have my pen handy. I will make a note of it. And I will, find out. She didn't kill Alar? Yeah, I actually ran past him this time. Look at that. CLC is stuck in my head. CLC is surprisingly, like, unpopular in Korea. And I guess I get it, but I don't really get it because they're so catchy. Black Dress wasn't, like, my favorite, but the whole Cry Style album was really good. And apparently nobody bought it. It had, like, 2,000 sales, physical album sales. It was awful. It was very sad. How's it going, Hazel and Nuts? It's going pretty good. We got a mount today. Shiny got me in the loop back in 2012. Glad you're not the only person that gets motion set from Cloud Serpents. Yeah, Cloud Serpents, and then any of the mechs that go back and forth. So, like the, what do you call them? The Sky Golems? Sky Golems are really bad. Can't do Sky Golems, which is a shame because that's how you, I don't, like the one mount that you can pick herbs from, it's crazy, and I don't know how you're supposed to accurately land. Like, they figured it was too easy to just get an amount and go pick herbs Druid style, so like, okay, you know how we're gonna make this harder? We're just gonna make it fly in anything but a straight line. Which mount did you get? I just joined. I got the Blue Drake from Malagos, and that is, I have the Azure one already, so that is the last Malagos Drake that I need. We're trying for an Ashes here. Maybe we'll get lucky. I keep hoping that my cat has settled down in here, but she's been, like, sleeping in here in her bed, super cute, whenever I'm not streaming. Whenever I'm not live streaming. It's a little bit upsetting. Heart of the Aspects? Yeah, and I bought Heart of the Aspects, and then I couldn't ride it. I guess maybe I should have watched more videos of it before, but it was just, you know, it was brand new, and it was, like, super golden and shiny, and I wanted it. And then I bought it, and I was like, oh, I can't ride this. This is unfortunate. This is a number. This is an amount. I don't want to do that. Alright, well, no luck on Ashes. Let's run by Zul'Gurub and see what we can do about it. We're going to see if my auto vendor is fixed, and we'll see what we can do. But then, how long have you had your betta fish for, and what is his name? His name is Fleta, F-L-E-T-A, after one of my favorite Overwatch players. And I've had him for a week and a half. Very, very recently. I've had betta fish in the past, but this is the first time I've gotten him set up in a manner that I'm satisfied with. He's got 5 gallons back there. He seems pretty good with it. Actually, I'll feed him on stream before I go because his feeding time is normally at 10 a.m. So I can feed him for you guys. After Zul'Gurub, we'll feed the fish. Sky Golem hard to use. Got the Rizashi Raptor a couple days back. Lend me your luck. Heart of the Aspects or the Wing Guardian with a Light Forge Pally with a Lightbringer title. Really playing the light theme. Wing Guardian, I think. If we're talking shop mounts, it's hard to pick a favorite. Store. Shop. What do you... Yeah, okay, so these are all the shop mounts. I have all of them because I have a problem. So, if we had to pick, like... I row the Bloodwing around a lot. Like, whenever I'm on an undead character, I have to ride the Bloodwing. I don't play a lot of undead characters anymore, but I used to, and I used to ride the Bloodwing run constantly. Like, I feel like that's one of the most unique ones. Now that we're getting bats in the game naturally, I think there's some bats in BFA, I think. And then somebody's class hall mount is a bat. Like, Demon Hunter class hall mount is a bat, I think. It's less of a big deal, but when that came out, that was huge. Having like, the bloody bat. That one's very pretty, and I enjoy the fairy dust out of its wing, but for whatever reason, I don't ride it all that often. Maybe it's too big? The curly tail's cute, though. This thing, I couldn't tell you why, but that thing, it's nice and small, I guess. Some of these things are huge, which makes them hard to like get through doors and land sometimes. But I don't know. That would be really cool for an orc character, I feel. I like to match them. And then this thing was just this is like the proto Cloud Serpent. Like, this came out end of Kata right before Mop, and I feel like they were working on the Cloud Serpent model and they hadn't quite nailed it down yet, but they were still really excited about it, and then they came out with this thing. And I don't really know. I don't really know what's going on with that. That's a favorite, actually. There's your orc mount. There's your orc mount right there. I feel like that was a birthday gift. I think that was a birthday gift from Skater Bun. You're not shelling out that much in mount? Oh yeah, they're expensive. And like back in the day, it was a big deal because you would have it on all your characters, like before mounts were account wide. But these days, it's really just an extra mount. The dog is the best mount. I mean, they made some good ones. This one is probably like my least favorite. It's just such a bizarre animal. I don't really understand what's going on with it. It's a little bit, it's like you don't really want to cuddle it because it's going to stab you in the shins. It's got this bizarre like nipple breastplate going on, for lack of a better word. I don't get it. Maybe I just need to read like the bedtime story that features an animal like that, but I don't understand. And then this thing's just very clunky looking. Like, it looks like a construct, which it's supposed to, but the way it moves has always been a little bit bizarre. I think this is one of the best ones. Doggo, obviously. Doggo's real good. And then, really like the Starseeker. The Runesaber was kind of devalued, I think, by the, I feel like the Runeseeker was a little bit devalued by the presence of the Arcanist Mana Saber. Like, you've got the Runesaber, and that's like cool purple magic-y cat. But then you go and you get the Arcanist Mana Saber, and that's cool purple magic-y cat that's a slightly different purple with cooler stuff on it. And then once you unlock Nightborn, you then get, I don't know what it's called. There's the Nightborn class version of it. The Nightborn race version of it. Like, there's 3 of them now, so they're a little bit less cool. You don't really see them around. The pet, though, Brightpaw, is pretty neat. Fade Dragon changes color when ridden. That's true. Ever since they made it so you can use gold to pay for your sub, I don't buy anything. I only collect drops now. Yeah, the WoW token's so expensive, though. Like, what's the go for right now? 200k? I'm starting to get to a point where I'd rather just pay the 15 bucks a month. I suppose I'm paying the 15 bucks a month anyways in EU now, so it's less of a... I feel less like I'm I'm saving money. Like, it's not like I'm gonna unsub from WoW. It's kind of my job and my life. I could probably write it off as a tax expense. If I really decided I wanted to try and explain that to the IRS. What are we doing? Haruk. Non-rate difficulty. Haruk. Kirin's or the Cheelin are Chinese creatures? Yeah, I knew about the Mop Mount. Okay, I see. Yeah, maybe I just need to see some good art of it, because out of context, it looks a little goofy. Since you have such a big tank for your fish now, how do you clean it, and also what kind of food do you give to your fish? So cleaning it is actually a lot easier than cleaning a smaller one. Back when I had like a 2-gallon bowl, you would do full water changes pretty often, so you would actually have to take the fish out and like empty out the whole bowl, rinse off all the gravel, you know, recondition a whole new bowl's worth of water, scrub the whole thing. It was like a big process that involved a lot of heavy water moving. But for this thing, it's got a filter. And then once a week, I'm doing a 20 to 30% water change. And I basically have like this little tube that I can squeeze out water from the tank. And it's like a siphon. And then you just sort of like remove some water from the tank. It goes into a bucket. You kind of can suck. It's kind of like vacuuming. You're kind of vacuuming your tank around the gravel to get rid of any debris there. And then I have some algae scrubbers if the sides of the tank get messy. It seems fine so far, but it is also fairly new. And, yeah, you don't really, I think, want to do full water changes unless they're really necessary, because that's going to disrupt the bacteria cycle of your tank. So it's mostly Mostly just the weekly water change, and it doesn't take me very long. I've only done it twice, and it's about maybe 10 minutes of work. It's really easy. When I have Nightborn Horde players who are leveling through 110 will be treated by Sir Mara City. Man, that's kind of awkward. I feel a little bit that way grinding the Argosian Reach rep on my Void Elf. I'm like, done this already. Alright. Well, that's a no on the Raptor. I like how this level 120 dagger's an upgrade. I guess I somehow... Oh, it's because I didn't put my weapon back on. Oh, I think it auto-vendored. I think the staff that I bought to wear on my priest auto-vendored. Oh, dear. Okay, well, let's do a little... Let's feed Flutta. I bet Flutta's hungry. Do you have the Vortex Pinnacle mount? I just got it last night after 173 kills. I do. I'm a lot more complete in dungeon mounts than I am in raid mounts. I don't know if I have every dungeon mount, but I have a lot more of them than I have raid mounts. Because dungeons, I used to really enjoy farming dungeons, like, because you can reset them over and over again, I would enjoy, like, setting up out there and just doing that for fun every day. Whereas raids, you know, you do it once a week, and it's like this whole big thing that I didn't really enjoy until I had you guys to hang out with while I do it. Hoping to RP in your Light Forge once you unlock them. Oh, you know what I want to do, actually? Well, I'm gonna feed the fish. I want to do... Oh, man, my team's gone. I really want this win. Anyways, all right, fish food. Let's bring this camera up a little bit. I'm gonna be kind of far from my mic, so you won't be able to hear me. But what am I gonna say? Oh, and I feed him basically betta pellets. I'm gonna look for some slightly higher quality ones. Oh, my pellet blast is ready. But he seems to really like these. You just get betta specific food. I've heard that the nicer quality ones, they don't float as well, and I'm hoping that he would eat them before they sink. Okay, so Iron Starlet, Dragon, Warbot. So this guy's going for his mechanical achievement. I might have a chance. We'll see. Let's see what's going on here. Also, I can close my bags. We'll do this pet battle, and then I'll feed the fish, and then we'll be good. So. Try this. I'm tempted to try and get the reflective shield up for his combo if he is in fact going for a combo. Go for a big whirlwind. So I'm gonna be able to lay down my snap trap before I die. I think it's worth. I think like I've done everything I need to do. He's gonna one-shot me, and that's fine. I can at this point bring out this guy. He may swap at this point. Let's just go ahead and smash. Oh, there's the stun. Smash again. He's probably gonna swap it now, yeah. My favorite allied race? Probably Void Elves so far. But I think the Culture and Druid forms are really gonna give it a run for money. Morning Hazel, long time no see. So Spencer, how you been? One day I will get all the pets. It's a beautiful journey that I think everybody should at least consider. Hazel, how are you today? Sup, Frank? I'm doing great. We got a mount. I am off to at least a reasonable start in this pet battle. So he's gonna barrier. I'm just gonna have to chunk through it. I don't have any multi-hit attacks, so this is just gonna have to be my life. He's probably gonna do that, yeah. So I can Giant's Blood now. Go for a Mighty Charge. I eventually want a Righteous Inspiration back in. Do I want a Mighty Charge? Yeah, why not? I kind of wanted to save... I should have saved Mighty Charge for a Righteous Inspiration combo. It'll be back in like 4 rounds. I guess what I need to do is I need to swap. I don't want to swap. I don't like swapping. We'll just try and finish this guy off. Enjoying spring break. Rats in your mount. Which one? We got the Blue Drake. The Blue Drake from Malagos. I want to heal. And then I want to go do this. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, he won't live. I'm just gonna throw up Reflective Shield and start smashing Punish then. This is my only chance. I played myself by swapping. I should have seen that he was gonna have mines. Oh no. Darn it. That pet hits harder than my main. Dogs or cats? I have miniature cream poodle. Cream miniature poodle? I say both. Oh, and I'm doomed. I'm doomed! I was so close. Oh well. Alright, let's feed the fish. Here, I'll make the camera a little bigger. So he gets like 5 to 6 pellets a day. He eats very voraciously, so. And I feed them to him 1 or 2 at a time so he has time to eat them before they like become not food anymore. 3. That should be good. That should do him. They're very, very tiny pellets. But his stomach is also approximately the size of his eye, so you don't want to overfeed him. Yeah, the Swift Zulian Tiger. I want to say no. I have the Panther. Definitely no Tiger. Rematch for Pet Battle. I use Rematch. I've never heard of TD Battle Pet script. It sounds like it's I don't know what it is, but it sounds like it would take some of the fun out of it. Over 500 attempts, still no mount. Really bad luck. Oh no. Yeah, he's a pretty fish. He's a pretty fish. Alright, so I am done here. There's going to be a video coming out of my channel noon today, so in 2 hours. I'm going to do my best to make more videos that can continue to come out throughout the week, unlike last week. I will not be here next Tuesday. Friday stream like normal. Will not be here next Tuesday. One day you will find out why. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.